What's going on, Aries? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having a wonderful week so far. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just amazing, Aries, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Higher Self has brought you here. We are in for an amazing journey. So, Aries, I still don't know how I'm going to introduce this yet, Aries, so bear with me. This is your general weekly spread, something along those lines, Aries, get pumped. But, Aries, whenever you come across this video, this could resonate with you for a week, so, take it as it resonates. Oh, well, I kind of skipped a step. Aries, just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one, so take what resonates with you, leave the shenanigans with me, Aries, and never force a reading on a situation, okay? So with all that being said, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Gems, feeling lovely. Just great energy all around here, Aries. So, Aries, with this spread, we're just going to be going with the flow. I'm going to pull a few oracle cards, and then we'll get some tarot cards to clarify. But just so you all know, these readings that I do, they're not gender-specific readings. So apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situation, okay? And then these decks that I'm working with, I'll include links for them down in the description box below. So definitely check that out if you're interested there, Aries. Ooh, Aries, and there you are coming through strong. You got your fifth card here, fifth card of Aries, which is a slingshot card. Look at you, so accurate. And with this card, this is a card of, don't panic, tension, strain, sudden, anxiety, pressure, launch, stressed, pull, set in motion, focus, begin, force, changed, pulled in opposite directions, ready, aim, fire. And Aries. So what I'm really kind of getting from this, if some of us have been feeling any sort of like tension or anxiety, pressure, distress, this kind of to me, this could, I'm mainly getting like kind of work stuff with this. Maybe we have like a big project that's coming off. Maybe we're, maybe this could be if this is like, maybe we're interviewing for something, or let's start in the work segment first. If it's something like work related, Aries, I feel that let's say if we got a lot on our plate right now, maybe we've been kind of stressed, maybe things have been kind of just like really kind of, maybe it's busy season right now. I feel like, making sure that we just be mindful of our energies at this time to make sure that we're not stretching ourselves too thin and that we're not burning ourselves out. Because where we have like, deadlines and things, is the deadline really going to be worth your detriment? And listen, it's not to say that you can't get it done. I just feel like that maybe it's something that if you find yourself stretched too thin, it may be time to delegate. And this could be if you're working at a place or if you own your own place. We have employees, but this is something that I get, when it's go time, we got things that we need to get done, absolutely. But when we get in the weeds, it starts to affect the quality of your work as well. Because then, we start skipping steps, and it starts just affecting things over time. And so, just something to be mindful of, Aries. But I also feel like with this that, just thinking with this begin and kind of set into motion and things like that, Aries, if there's something that we've been thinking about, possibly beginning, whether that's from, this could be maybe, again, this could maybe starting your own business, maybe this could be looking for a job, like maybe you're thinking about looking for a new job, or maybe this could be even starting some like type of, who knows, Aries, maybe you're going to set like a project in motion, maybe start doing some hobbies, maybe you're going to begin gardening, or maybe we're going to start taking some classes maybe to I don't know, to improve, to take this greatness that you're already working with here, Aries, and just raise that vibration, level up. But whatever it is, Aries, this does feel like a time, maybe this is something that you've been feeling, if you've been feeling like stressed and anxious because this is like, you want to do this thing, but it's just like, am I going to be good at it? Is this going to be worth my investment? Blah, blah, blah. But here's the thing. If it's going to raise your vibration, Aries, don't worry about if you're going to fail or not, especially if this is something new, because of course you're not going to be, you might have some mishaps, but the nice thing about the failures is that they give you something to grow from. It's just like you see what areas you're strong in and where you need to bring it, but you'll never know until you try, Aries. But let's get some tarot on this and see what this story is trying to tell here. Let's see what we got here, Aries. Oh, Aries. All right. So we got the Chariot here, and we got the Queen of Swords in reverse. And so I do feel like for some of us, just what I was talking about, if we're feeling nervous about something, as far as like initiating like a new, whatever this is, hobby, job, whatever it is, or maybe this is something, maybe we're thinking about, doing some traveling possibly, whatever it is, I do feel like, Aries, don't let the feeling of like stress and anxiety and stuff, prevent you from seeing new opportunities, from really broadening your horizon, your mental horizon, possibly your spiritual, your physical horizon, just all of that. I feel that if we're uncertain about like a direction or anything like that, just like trust your intuition, and see if this resonates with you, if it feels right. And if we're in this place, Aries, if we're telling ourselves like, oh, this thing has got me anxious, and it's like, you're saying that you are those things, like taking them on, be mindful of that. And what I mean by that is when we tell ourselves that we're anxious, it's not that you're anxious, Aries, that's what you're feeling right now. But then that helps you to ask a different question, as opposed to I'm stressed. It's just like, oh, okay, I'm feeling this anxiety. What is that? Why am I feeling anxiety for this? Is it a fear of a new direction? Is it the fear of failure? Is it, and then that allows you to help get some clarity on why we may be hesitating, why we might feel stressed, all of this stuff, where that tension is coming in. But we have to have that like head and heart connection, if we see ourselves getting caught up in any type of emotion like that, to not embody it in that aspect, and to claim it, but to feel it, and because this is Cancerian, and listen, that coming from my son's in Cancer, so listen, I could talk to you about feelings all day, but that's how we keep it moving. If we embody that stuff, it deters the Chariot. It gets you where you got to change tires, and it's all jacked up. You got to check the sphinxes. You get what I'm saying, Aries. We're being silly now, but I do feel, Aries, just with this, that if we even just tried to see where these new directions, especially if there's new opportunities going for you, then give it a try. But I also am getting with this, Aries, just how we were talking about earlier, with that if we've been kind of pushing for a while, and if we notice that we're also out of balance, because this is Libra's card. Take this time and just make sure that we're being mindful of our energies. If we need to take a little PTO, if we need to talk about, maybe we can work a game plan, maybe get like a different like rotation, as far as like who knows, Aries. But just making sure that you're not ignoring any signals like that, that your body's just like, hey, I need a break. More. See what else we got, Aries. Let's see what else we got here. All right, we got Four of Cups here. Interesting. Four of Cups upright, and then we have the High Priestess in reverse. And so with this, let's talk about this Four of Cups first, because I feel like with this, Aries, this is kind of going back to those of you who I feel like that there's this new opportunities, or that there are some new beginnings that might be presented. Because this Four of Cups to me, it's like, it feels like that maybe some of us, maybe we've been feeling like we've been in kind of like a rut, or we just been wanting to change something up. We've been meditating on this, but I don't know, we're just like, I feel like that it's one of those things we've been, you see how this guy's kind of just like looking at these three cups here, and then there's this hand that's trying to extend this stuff. I feel like that there are opportunities out there waiting for you to grasp, but it's like, you know, the universe can only keep presenting so much, Aries. At some point, we have to start listening to our intuition, because the High Priestess, you know, this is, wow, you're really rocking some mad Cancerian energy right now. You got the you know, because the High Priestess is represented by the moon. And, you know, this might have been some times here, Aries, where, and wow, I'm just sorry, I'm just having like a whole bunch of thoughts here that are popping into my head. We're going to cover them all. But I just feel like that if there might have been like little signs. Let's say, for example, if we've been thinking about, you know, starting like a gardening thing, for example, and then, you know, if we happen to be on the bus, and then we see like a, I don't know, like something for like an ad that's saying like, you know, opening like a community space, you know, invest in your lot planned here. I don't know, Aries, but if we've been seeing signs, you know, like on the bus, or maybe on posters and random things like that in magazines, on websites, you know, I feel like it's those kind of signs. If we're not sure if this is going to, like, as far as like the direction that we're going, you know, really pay attention to those signals, and really listen to those signs, because the High Priestess, that's how she navigates this stuff. You know, she has to really be aware of her surroundings and listen to those emotional signals, listening to the body, all of that. But you know, this is just really wild here, Aries, just because this is, you got the moon, you got Cancer, and then the Four of Cups is the moon in Cancer. And you just have all this cardinal energy in general. Libra, you're a cardinal sign, you know, depending on sun, moon, you know, if it's your sun sign or whatever. But cardinals, the cardinal signs, your signs are about taking action. And with all this Cancerian energy, maybe this is something that it's finding that thing that you're really passionate about. Your ruler is in Cancer right now. This is a great time for you to build any sort of like dreams or anything, and put that stuff in motion and go at it with some passion, Aries. But I feel like that there's something where we're just like, we may be missing some signals here, you know, that your higher self, God, Buddha, Jesus, you know, whomever we connect to the source, future self, is trying to get in touch with you here. So listen to that. But also, and you know, I'm not coming at you, Aries, but this is what happens when your ruler's in my sign. You know, we get bringing that heat right back at you. Kidding. Let's calm this down a little bit. But Aries, this really does feel like, you know, if we've been just really, if it feels like that, there's, yeah, like if we're just like stressed out or just wanting more from our experiences, I say go get that. I feel like it's out there for you. We're just waiting on you to grab it, Aries. But let me see, anything else here? Okay, Aries, no, I think we might be good here anymore. All right, Aries, let's get another oracle card on this mix here. And you know what? One more thing. Just thinking with this that just suddenly came to me. You know, there may be something like this, Aries, where it's like, I'm just thinking about like with maybe if we're looking for work or something like along those lines, be open to possibly traveling. Just thinking with the Chariot, you know, just randomly popped in my head. So just something to keep in mind, Aries. But let's see what else we got here. And I feel like this is going to be something, Aries, when you just thinking how, okay, last thing. Just seeing how the High Priestess is in reverse between these two, the Chariot and the Four of Cups upright. I feel like when you know, as far as like a direction, if we've just been thinking about where's life trying to take us next, really, I feel like when that signal comes and your gut's like, yes, or just like, I wonder, follow that. Just follow it and see where it takes you, Aries. You never know. Yeah, that is an aggressive amount of Cancerian energy. I am with it. Let's see what else we have. Ooh, okay. Interesting. So you got the fourth card of Scorpios here, which is the Cat card. And the Cat card, kind of about like similar to the Four of Cups. This is a card of apathetic, disinterested, aloof, my way or the highway, bored, unflappable, cool cat, unaffected, not my problem, what I want, when I want it, cool and calm, and disengaged. And so Aries, with this cool cat, well, I think it's just a regular. You're a cool cat. No, I take that back. You're definitely a cool cat. With you being such a cool cat, Aries, I will say that maybe this is interesting. I feel like for some of us, maybe we've been in this place where I don't want to say you've been feeling I don't want to say you've been feeling apathetic or disinterested but it just seems like that maybe some of us have kind of lost this, I want it almost like a lust for life, or say. It's like maybe this is something where we've been waiting for like a signal for a while, for some kind of sign, some kind of way that we know this is where we're supposed to go. And maybe this is something where we're feeling a little frustrated right now. Now we're just sort of like, well, you know what, whatever. I'm just going to kind of like YOLO. We're just going to kind of just do our own thing. And you know what? It's like, we'll figure it out, you know, but I just say be careful with that, Aries. You know, when we get into that place of apathy and just disinterest and just like, you know, can't be bothered and things like that. That's I've operated there once. That's a tricky place, a tricky kind of place to be, because it takes it really is almost counterintuitive to whom you are, Aries, because your sign really brings the spring, and the spring is not something that's you know, that brings disinterest or aloofness or anything like that. This brings excitement. This brings you know, invigoration, and you know, it's interesting, Aries. Just if we've not been feeling maybe satisfied with life or anything along those lines, then, you know, just even like with this slingshot, it may be time to launch yourself into a different direction. You know, maybe change this up. If life hasn't been bringing you the answers you want, then go out and get your answers, you know, or go find use your chariot and stuff and go find this happiness. Go find things that interest you, that get you excited, that get you in Aries energy, you know what I mean? Because Aries, you start off the season coming out like, let's go, bringing life, just get out of hibernation and let's bring this. So yeah, this is something that, you know, because sometimes, Aries, you know, where it would be lovely if the universe would just throw everything in our laps, you know, and just like, you know, but we got to go out there and get this stuff. Sometimes we need to make these things, well, not really sometimes, all the time, Aries. We got to make this stuff happen. You got to meet higher self halfway. You know, if we don't do anything, you know, aren't putting energy towards something, then of course we're not going to get anything back. And you know, when we because maybe this is something where you tried it, you hit hurdles, and it just like, okay, well, F it. Well, when we hit hurdles, Aries, the whole point, even with just thinking with the chariot, we can't have growth if we don't have hurdles. You know, that's just the way these cycles work. But it's seeing that it's all meant for growth. You know, it's really meant to, because I get it. I know we just want things when we want it, how we want it, whenever we want it, you know, but you can't have that. But again, you just got to go out. We got to manifest this stuff. We got to get that energy moving, and sometimes, you know, make this stuff. It's more than. But let's get a little bit more on this, Aries, before we, because that's interesting little. The cat card is an interesting card every time that one comes up, because that's yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see what we got here, Aries. Interesting. Ace of Pentacles. Yep, you got the Fool in reverse, and then we got Six of Swords in reverse. So this is kind of what I was talking about. I feel that there's abundance out there for you. There's opportunities. The Ace of Pentacles, it's there's all types of good stuff out there for you, Aries. But if you know what, if we were at something where, let's say we had something that happened and let's say it failed, let's say we started up a business and then everything just went kind of crumbling down and we were just like, well, never going to start a business again. That's not the point of that, Aries. It's to say, okay, things went south. Absolutely. What do we learn from this? Because that's the high priestess is one, when you think about the moon lives in the 4th house with Cancer. That's where their Aries at. And that deals with they're really kind of rooted in the past. They deal with family, roots, ancestry, all of that. So we're very big about reflection. Queen of Cups, very, very much about, figuring out what happened so that we don't repeat that again. Or what happened that we got that win so that we can magnify that for next go round. And so that's where if we had a failed business or any type of failure with this Fool popping up in reverse here, it's not about dragging that along and closing yourself off to potentially other opportunities, Aries. I feel that it's more along the lines okay, yeah, that thing failed and yes, that sucked. But what are we going to do about it, cool cat? How are you going to grow from that? Let's see what direction is that going to lead you from there, because there was clearly that needed to happen for a reason. But it's trying to figure out what's the lesson, what was the whole purpose of that, so that we can grow from that, so that we can find that abundance in this, Aries, because there's always, even in the failures, if anything, I almost feel like there's bigger abundance in the failures because it helps you get innovative. Innovation, Uranus energy, and man. But yeah, this Aries, try not to get it to where you feel that you feel like that maybe life has been unfair or that it's been trying to keep you down, if that's something that's been resonating with you, because I do get that we all have believe me, there are times when it does feel like that, things are just there to be up against you all the time, but it's just a matter of mindset. We can look at it like that, sure, but it's just how's that been serving us? We can switch up the narrative. Okay, I'm in a crappy situation, or the situation is taking on this really unsavory flavor here. How do I change that? What do I need to do? What do I need to do to switch the narrative, to get that lust for life again? Because that's the Fool energy. The Fool is a lust for life, Aries. And you got so much here, just new opportunities, Charity and the Fool. We're just waiting on you to take that step and to learn from this, because the Fool fails sometimes, and that's the beautiful part of it, because then we're skip. Well, I was going to say, then you get the tools. We're in between. There's a magician in between here, Aries. But all of that excitement to say. It's going to be, there's going to be growth here, Aries, and everything is going to be, there's going to be Ace of Pentacles here. But we gotta go out there and get it. Okay. Yeah, it's I think that's, yeah, interesting. Let's get that's what I'm trying to. Let's get another oracle on the mix here, Aries. Oh, okay, interesting. Okay, wow, and look at that little more cardinal energy there. You got the 8th card of Capricorns here, which is, and look at that. We've completed we have all the elements here, Aries. You got where we at? 8th card of Capricorn, which is the library card. And this is a card of knowledge, learning, history, information, research, books, pastime, archives, hidden documents, search, secrets, looking beneath the surface, author, reading, and writing. And first thought there, if we had a failed business, for example, you know what? Maybe write yourself up. What better way to, what could be a really good cathartic experience than to maybe write about that, what happened, hey, here's some tips, and then there got to be anything beefy. Maybe write yourself a little whatever, little ebook or something, just hey, 10 tips on how to not screw up a business, how to keep a cool cat when your business is plummeting, something along those lines. Aries, how do we take something like a tragedy possibly and turn it into something terrific, you know? But also, you know, this is something that I feel like if we were thinking about maybe beginning something new possibly, I feel like being open to being a student again, you know, especially because maybe this is something that we have no experience in, you know, we feel like that there's, you know, let's say, I'm just thinking, for example, if we're like wanting to learn the piano, but we're also thinking like, well, crap, there's already so many pianists out there, like how am I going to possibly stand out? Again, you won't know till you try, Aries. Find that way to be. Who knows? Maybe you'll open up a piano library. You know, like wouldn't that be something? A little classical while we're doing. Look at you, so cultured. Build a library. But oh wait, I just said that. Never mind. So I'm doubling down on that. Someone needs to hear that. Build. I need a library. But let's get some tarot on this, Aries, because now we're let me see, is there anything else I want to mention? Now let's get some tarot on this. And you know, just even thinking with like the writing and stuff, you know, maybe this is something where if we're haven't had a chance to really reflect on any type of situation of a past failure or something along those lines, maybe journal that out, Aries. I find journaling I'm a big fan, you know. I find that really kind of helps. Sometimes just seeing it in front of you, you know, instead of just like keeping it kind of floating in your head all the time, having it somewhere tangible really kind of helps. I feel like put it into perspective, you know, helps you calm down, and really helps you be present with whatever that you're experiencing at that time, you know, because maybe this aloofness, you know, this is something that we're feeling this way because we don't want to feel hurt or you know. But let's see what we got here. Oh, we got you, Aries, and you got one of your strongest cards, really. Two of Wands. This is Mars and Aries. So this is you, like, you know, other than like outside of like the Emperor, you know, this one even more so. I feel this is really you, because the two of Wands is that what's that next step, you know, like the world is in the palm of his hand. What do you want to do with that? You know, do we want to stay still here and just kind of sit on this? Are we ready to go out there and explore and see what's out there? You know, see what pentacles are waiting for you, Aries. What abundance is, and this could be, abundance really does look like whatever it's looking like for you. This could be knowledge, this could be experience, this could be, you know, like from travel, this could be whatever. But you know, and also really this Two of Wands, just thinking all this, really this kind of this World, Chariot, the Fool, the Six of Swords. Maybe this is something where you might want to think about maybe taking a sabbatical or like a vacation, and however much time you can afford, or you know, that you, however long of a moment you can carve out there, Aries. But you know, maybe travel to a library, you know. This, I don't feel like it has to be anything exotic either, you know. But if we go on like a road trip, or if you can go maybe international, or maybe to another state, another country, whatever, you know, where, depending on where you're watching this from. But yeah, just something to keep an open mind. I feel like that there's a world out there for you that's wanting you to for you to like come out there and like Aries, come see what life has to offer. Like we promise we got pentacles, but we just got to go see it first, Aries. You know, more. We'll see what else is going on here. And you know, Aries, just thinking about this too, and I'm going to be talking about this on the planetary spreads next week. But there's going to be that hybrid what is it, that hybrid solar eclipse that's happening in your sign is happening on like the last decan of your sign. So that's something too, if we're check your chart, you know, because that's probably going to be extra potent for you if you're born on that last decan of Aries, that 29th degree, because the decans are 0 to 29. So that's something that you may want to pay attention to, but this is going to be a big opportunity for like mapping out any kind of big, this Aries to me is a really what this energy is bringing, thinking about what's next for you and thinking about where you want to, how do you want to really bring it, because it's the closer we get to it, the more that there's something that's getting ready to a shift, and I feel like in a fantastic way that's getting ready to happen. But it's being aware of this energies and setting your intentions now, Aries. Start really thinking about that. You know, maybe write down some goals maybe that you want to think about, because eclipse is going to happen on the 20th, between the 19th and the 20th of April of this month. So just something to think about, okay? Because a hybrid solar eclipse, these don't happen that often. It's like maybe once a century or so that these happen. So, okay, Aries. What else do we have? Wow. So. Yeah, Aries, you got the eight of Swords in reverse here, which is dope, and you got the World here in reverse. So didn't we say the World was beckoning, Aries? Because I think that's what I'm going to call your video. The World is beckoning, and it wants you to free yourself up, you know, from this Ace of Swords or Eight of Swords. And I'm laughing just because I feel like that this is a great time for you, and it may not feel like it, but this is a time for you if we've been feeling like in our heads or something, or just been feeling maybe confined or restricted or anything along those lines, to free yourself up, to go paint your world, Aries. Go expand your, and again, this could be like, you know, maybe literal travel. This could be maybe expanding on some knowledge. This could be maybe actually like, you know, maybe making some art, music, something. But whenever you come across this, Aries, really start thinking about what do you want your world to look like, because that's so interesting that I had mentioned that, and then here's the world's at. And I had caught it on while we were talking, I thought it's a call. Yeah, Aries, this to me, it kind of feels like, you know, what do you want from life? You know, all the pieces are here for you to set up. It's just waiting for you. The slingshot is here. This just waiting for you to aim and to go get it. So, Mark. Oh, see all that abundance? Hold up, dropping stuff. All right, Aries. Oops. All right, we're gonna switch back over. Because Aries, last couple things here. So fascinating. I love it. You got the Knight of Cups in reverse here, and then you got the Eight of Wands in reverse. So, Aries, I feel that this, with the Knight of Cups popping up here in reverse, if we haven't been following our heart, especially thinking with your ruler being in Cancer right now, if there's something that we want to do, if we've been wanting to travel, especially I really feel like if we've been wanting to travel, that's really coming through real strong. But any type of new experience, anything, Aries, I'm not kidding, anything. Explore that. See what's going down, because there's something that's trying to happen here. I feel like if you go on this thing, and I'm not trying to be like clickbait or anything, but this could change some things. And I feel like in a really really positive way, but we got to listen to our heart. We got to listen to our intuition, your high priestess, and listen. Just seeing with this Queen of Swords, again, it may not make sense at this time, this urge to for freedom or for whatever this is, but find that balance. I almost feel like that is a little less about thinking and more so about feeling. Really sit with yourself, Aries, and figure out, meditate on it, whatever you need to do. But follow your heart in this, because something is trying to get you somewhere. And when you do, I feel like that things are going to start picking up. Like it's going to be like, I feel like it's just like because come on, Aries, it just kind of dawned on me too. You're at this place, you got the first stop of the major arcana train and the last stop. This is a time, this to me says you can, what do you want to write this chapter? What do you want? What do you want? Literally, and then go get it. Go get it and then tell me about it, Aries. I'm leaving that there. That's fantastic. That's sick. So if you like that, give it a thumbs up, and Aries, and give it a thumbs up and share this. I want Aries. I would never tell you what to do, but I would love to see this. This is Emperor energy. It's time for you to get in your Emperor energy, and create whatever experience that you want, because you just wrote a book. I'm with it. I was like, what else are we doing? Subscribe, hit that bell button. When you get back from your trip, doing whatever it is that you're doing, get back to me. And then social media. So I'm working on some stuff in the background. Maybe I'll take a note from your book, go for a trip. But I'm on this app, Insight Timer. I've been on it for a long time, and it's a meditation app. And I created a group on there called Zodiac's Raising the Vibration. And it's a place that I just drop positive affirmations there daily, while you're on this spirit quest, or, oh crap, I forgot what I should have wrote that down. I forgot what I was going to call your thing. Oh, whatever. But, I remember. Okay, but, nature, my problem. The group on there, Zodiac's Raising the Vibration, positive affirmations while you're on your spirit quest. If you gain any mad wisdom while you're at the library or whatever you're doing there, Aries, drop those nuggets of wisdom in there, because it's just a little spot just to raise the vibration, and just to encourage the soul tribe to keep on going, to keep it moving, and keep on growing. And as it grows, I'd love to schedule different meditation times, and void a course with the Queen of Cups, or maybe with the High Priestess, or maybe both of them. I'm not quite sure yet, Aries. We got to get it growing first. We got to get some emperors in the group first. So come on over. Again, that group is Zodiac's Raising the Vibration. Is on the meditation app Insight Timer. And Aries, while you're on this, Aries, geez, with all this, seriously, Cancerian energy for days, all you're missing was the Queen of Cups. But you got some hot tickets to come over to my other channel, The Chariot and Friends, and not that you need them. If you have any Cancer in your placement, which you just might, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mars, wherever, come on over, check out The Chariot and Friends. We talk about the Chariot, the High Priestess, keeping it moving, lunar shenanigans, and all that housekeeping. Down in the description box below. Let me get your surprise card here so we can get you. Oh, I'm with it. You got the Strength card here. Oh, because this is, hold up. I don't even know where to start with that. That's Aries. I feel like whatever this thing that you're about to do, this is going to raise your confidence. This is going to have you feeling like a boss, like a leader. Because, fire energy in general is just, they all have that leader aspect of them. But I really feel like this is Leo's card. And I feel like this is going to be something that is going to really get you feeling good, to where you're it's just, you're just going to, just something fantastic with that's going to happen here, Aries. And I really think that it's going to do just have you where you're feeling in harmony again, where everything just makes sense. And okay, let's see what we got here. Yes, and talk about, because Aries, you got the other card here is the blessed card in reverse here. And if we're not feeling blessed right now, you absolutely should. This is hashtag blessed. This whole thing. And again, if this is, just kind of with that, this kind of really kind of ties off here, I feel like, with this cat card, 4 of Cups, this sense of like disinterest and apathy and just like that, just life is just sort of meh. And, I feel like this is saying, one, fill your life with wonder, because there's so much joy out there, Aries. And not to say that you don't already do that, but if we're already doing that, I just feel like more. But, there's such amazing things out there, Aries. And, if we're not seeing it, then how appropriate for the initiator of the Zodiac, the trailblazer. I challenge you, Aries, then to create something. Manifest some greatness. Manifest something that's going to get you just raise your vibration through the roof and impress the rest of us. So let's see what you got. I'm with it. All right, Aries, I think I'm going to leave that there. That was fantastic. So thank you for that. Because this is energy that you're bringing me here, Aries. It's not like I'm going through and say, oh, what's going to be a pick-me-up for Aries? No, Aries, I'm not, if anything, let's get moving. But stay safe out there on your travels. Stay safe out there and seriously raise your vibration through the roof, because this is going to be an epic little chapter here or a long chapter. However, oh, I lost your library. Maybe you're going to write a trilogy. I'm with it. I'm going to catch you. Let me get you out of here. On the next one. I love it. Later. That was fantastic. Chariot. What up, girl?